Hello, welcome to the Unplayable Podcast. Well, the Frank Worrell Trophy is rapidly approaching its conclusion. The day-night test in Jamaica is in fast forward, like all of these tests have been so far in this series. West Indies were bowled out for 143, and then Australia, well, they lost 6 wickets in pretty much a session, 6 for 99, but with a decent lead of 181 runs. I'm Josh Schonafinger. Jack Paynter's been at Sabina Park in Jamaica. And Jack, what was the biggest moment of today in your mind?
Well, Josh, I think the biggest moment was Australia bowling the West Indies out on the dinner break. I think you could see it coming from a long way off. West Indies sort of eked out their, I guess, innings to that across 2 sessions, and then you just know the game changes like that under lights. And it was kind of like lambs for a slaughter, really, for a few of the batters there. You just saw that movement. West Indies were getting the pitch sped up under lights, as we talked about yesterday. Alzarri Joseph was bowling 147 clicks an hour. Like that's tough work to face. So I just think that moment of bowling them out right on that sort of interval would have just been nightmarish for those two openers, Uz McGuire and Sam Constance. And unfortunately, they couldn't get through.
Well, it was all about the bowlers again today. Which spell stood out to you?
I think Scott Boland early, like he justified his inclusion in the side over Nathan Lyon. He bowled impeccably. Like his line and length and control was just superb, as we know, as we come to expect from Scott Boland. But then Alzarri Joseph, really showed why. The West Indies have kept persisting with him for so long. Like he went off the field yesterday with a bit of a back complaint, we think. Came back today like there was no troubles at all, and bowled like the wind. Like some of those balls that he got carrying through to the wicketkeeper, Shea Hope, like they were going well above his head. Ruffled a few feathers there with Alex Carey by hitting him in the helmets. It was really, West Indies fast bowling of old. And then you've got obviously Shamar Joseph at the other end, and he's just as unplayable. So it really was a night for the fast bowling fans, that's for sure.
It was a bit of a relief, I reckon, to see Alzarri finally do that in Test cricket against Australia. We've seen him on occasion do some good stuff in the white ball stuff, but against Australia with the white clothing and either a red ball or a pink ball in this case, we haven't really seen him deliver. But he went off for scans yesterday on his back. He's come back today and bowled like the wind, like you said. He bowled all those bounces to Steve Smith and got his footwork in a tangle, and then finally got the wicket of Smith, and then 2 and over later on. So great to see from Alzarri because, as you say, when the West Indies fast bowlers are up and about, it's great to watch.
Certainly is. I don't know what were in those scans yesterday at the hospital, but they must have been a real good fix because he came back, a different bowler today. But we saw glimpses throughout the series. In the first test, I think it was, we touched on it, how they needed someone to support Shamar Joseph at the other end. They had Jaden Seals in the first test in Barbados in the first innings, get 5 wickets. And I think Alzarri showed a little bit in that second innings there. But this has kind of been his innings, I guess. And if he could knock Australia over cheaply tomorrow, or help knock Australia over cheaply tomorrow, that'll go a long way to boosting West Indies' chances, not just in this game, but I guess across the whole 2-year cycle, because they really do need a whole sort of team effort. And I guess the batting is the next one to follow. They've got the pieces, the bowling attack there, and then once the batting starts clicking, they might be able to push a few teams in different conditions.
Yeah, consistency is going to be the name of the game for the West Indies, I reckon. Jack, from the batting point of view, there was sort of one man who stood out today.
It did. Cameron Green showed a lot of ticker in that last session. A few nervy moments running between the wickets. Probably should have been out 2 or 3 times there if the West Indies had got their, throws right. But he just showed that, good old-fashioned batting could work under lights. We saw the approach yesterday evening on day one by the Aussies sort of throw caution to the wind. And it was, again, the same for a lot of the batters tonight. Alex Carey, I know he got hit in the helmet a few balls before, but he rushed down the wicket, tried to hit one over the top. Bo Webster came out firing. He actually got a very good delivery to get out on when he was bowled. But it just seemed like Australia were in a hurry again, and they just wanted to sort of take the game on. Whereas Green showed that you can get in behind it, play sort of defensively, and put value on your wicket. And then, when the scoring opportunities did present and the West Indies bowlers overpitched, he was able to capitalise on them.
It was another slow start today, though, Jack, wasn't it? And it may give us a bit of a clue into how things will play out tomorrow morning. Slow going, and then the wickets sort of when the lights sort of turned up and the sunlight went down, that's when the action started to happen.
Yeah, it does really speed up under lights. During the sort of mid-afternoon hours, which is the first session, sort of halfway through the second session, I guess before the twilight takes over, the pitch slows down, and the ball sort of sticks in the wicket. There's not as much pace, and scoring is difficult, but there's not a lot of balls that will get you out because you're able to sort of adjust to the speed of the wicket. Whereas once the lights come on, pace of the wicket quickens up. And we spoke yesterday about how Steve Smith mentioned it was losing 16 kilometers of speed off the wicket during the day session after it bounced, and then it was only 5 kilometers per hour under lights. So it just shows you the challenges that the batters face when the lights come on, and the ball speeds of Alzarri tonight are a testament to that because he probably isn't bowling that fast during the daytime sessions.
Australia's lead is 181 runs. It already feels like it's going to be a lot to chase. What is going to be the mark that Australia are looking for? Is it just over 200 tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it'd have to be 200. They bowled West Indies out for 143 today, so they're already going to have to score the biggest total in the match to win the game. And it's tough under lights because if they're gonna make 200 plus, they're gonna have to bat under lights, and that's when we know that batting. There's always a ball with your name on it, pretty much. So, I think they'll try and push it out to 200, as many as they can get, really, because then that will in turn extend their innings and push West Indies innings more into lights, and that means they'll get more sort of overs at them under lights when the batters are fresh. So, I think it'll just be sort of same as for Cameron Green tomorrow, and then we'll probably see Pat Cummins try to take it on like he has done over the course of the series.
Worst shot of the day, from my point of view, Mikhail Lewis went for a big heave-ho against Josh Hazlewood. It didn't quite work out, Jack. What did you make of that moment?
Yeah, it was a bit of lost his cool, didn't he? It was kind of the shot of a young batter sort of just beginning their test career, wasn't it? The pressure built up. He went a lot of balls without scoring. I think the one boundary he did get was sort of behind the wickets, and just the relentless line and length of Josh Hazlewood, Scott Boland, Pat Cummins. He just couldn't handle it. Was trying to look for a boundary ball, and unfortunately, just head was in the air and he missed that one.
Now, I want to quickly mention the run out from Sam Constas. He ran out Justin Graves with a really good piece of fielding. He had to throw or slide first and then throw pretty much from the deep cover boundary. Got into Scott Boland on the full. He took off the bails and, caught the all-rounder short. That was really impressive stuff from the young opener.
That was to be able to. I know the boundaries aren't the biggest here at Sabina Park, but to be able to still get that on the full right next to the stumps, where Scott Boland, all he had to do was basically catch it and just move his hands a couple of inches and take the bails. That was an incredible throw, and I don't think Justin Graves was expecting it because he'd turned for 3 on the arm, and all of a sudden he was caught short by about a foot. So full credit to Sam Constas there. Unfortunately, it didn't translate into his batting innings where he was out. 5th ball for a duck, so it's been a tough tour for Australia's new opener. But every experience, I guess, is a learning one for him. But no doubt he'd be looking to get back to Australia and get some runs under his belt.
Jack, before we get to today's menu, a couple of quick fire questions for you. I just want a yes or no answer from you. First one, the highest score this series by any player is 75. Can Cameron Green get there tomorrow?
Yes.
And Mitchell Starc needs 4 wickets to reach 400 in Test cricket. Does he get there tomorrow?
Oh, I want to say yes, but I don't think so. I think just the caliber of Australia's bowling attack, the wickets are just shared around so consistently. So I'm going to say no to that one. I reckon he'll get close. 399. There we go.
Okay, good. He can take his 400th in Perth for the Ashes. That sounds good. Now, what did you eat today, Jack? What was on the menu?
There was some mac and cheese today, some crumbed fish, which I actually thought was going to be a crumb sort of schnitzel, but then I bit into it and I got a bit of surprise that it was fish. I should have expected it. We're in Jamaica. Some more rice with some kidney beans in it, and a bit of sort of lamb curry as well. So we got treated today to a full sort of 3-course spread there, and we had some pastries during the dinner break as well. And the punch today was a pineapple sort of guava mix. So that was tasty also.
Wow, very sweet stuff. Sounds good, Jack. Now, the Frank Worrell Trophy might wrap up tomorrow. It may not, but it probably will. We'll catch up with you then for day 3.
Sounds good, Josh. We'll chat to you then.